Welcome back to the Cinema Crew to talk about Power Book 4, Episode 6. We're here to review this thing and we're going to spoil it, of course. I'm with my partner in crime to talk about this, a major Power fan. What's going on, Michelle?
Hey, Mike, what's going on, man?
What's up? Looking all pretty and yellow over there. I see you. Like that.
Thank you.
All smiles and everything like that. So listen, she just told me off set that this is one of her, like no matter what's going on in her life, she got to watch Power. So we all into this 100%. So she actually texted me earlier, said you see it because it was great. So yeah, give me your first overall views of the episode, Michelle.
I enjoyed it. I really did. I like where they're going. We're getting to see some characters who we thought were going to be on the downside of, true crime. get to do, get to get to see them do some things. So I'm happy that it's headed in this direction.
Okay. Well, I like to go character by character to get this thing going. So let's talk about Tommy, man, because Tommy, of course, was started the show, but we see with him, let's talk about the initial part as far as him having a meeting with Diamond, Jannard, and Vic, and him getting cut out, essentially, and him accepting to buy the rest of his bricks, but saying they'll go their separate ways, and basically they feel like he's too much trouble, more trouble than what it's worth. How you felt about that whole scene and what went down there? So,
To the town. They ain't had none of these issues, none of these deaths before he showed up, and he's bad for business, like Jannard said. So in their mind, he had to get cut out, even though he just opened up a whole new pipeline that and them in their wildest dreams could not have attained. But at the same time, he brings too much attention and too much heat. So they did it amicably.
yeah. I didn't see that coming though. Did you? They would cut him out.
Nah, I didn't see it coming at all. But at the end of the day, we know this is not the end of the trio or the
Yeah,
quad. Someone
the
was Jannard a
quad.
part of
I
it.
think they wound up a trio some way or another, actually. Um, and but yeah, before that, we do see Vic, with the death of his boy, and then we see the black funeral for the kid Elijah, at that time as well. His dad calling him stupid. Then we see later after Vic is shot at, by the Serbs with him and what's her name? Gloria, stuff like that.
Gloria. Mhm.
Gloria, yeah, and the dad kind of finding out from Vic, I guess, about that, but also that he rode with Tommy to go after the Serbs. So what do you think about the dad and what they're gonna do? I mean, besides what he did, which we'll get to, but as far as the Tommy aspect of it all, well, Walter finding out that. What do you think about that?
Um, Vic is trying to cement himself as his own man. He
Right.
wants to build himself a part of, away from the Flynn family. He wants to be a Flynn because he's a Flynn, do or die to the end. But he knows that he wants a life outside of the rules and regulations of his dad and the Irish brand. So Vic is going to do what Vic is going to do. At the end of the day, when it comes down to the casualties, like Tommy said, it's a part of doing business. People die every day, V. So
He
him
did say
losing his boy
that.
and it's a part of business. Him losing his boy, them losing E. At the end of the day, it's part of the game.
Yeah. We definitely see that. It's part of the game. And I want to speak on something that we talked about off camera real quick.
Hmm.
He only getting one scene every episode. Like, what is he doing? But we talked about JP. I don't like JP's useless, but we see that he does press Tommy this week to find out, what's he actually doing. Even like Tommy said, well, it's a question you already know the answer to. And Tommy tells him he's a drug dealer, and you realize reason JP is pressing him because he want to get down to try to help, with his kind of debts that he got going right now. But then we also see at the meantime, Jannard had put D Matt, what's his name? I forget his name, D something.
The
To
son,
follow,
yeah.
yeah, the son to follow Tommy, but he then sees Tommy and then with his dad, and we know that he knows it's his dad, even though his dad don't know it's him. But talk about me about the Joe that with JP part. What you got from that? Because you were talking about earlier.
So You know, in that scene where Tommy and Claudia are at Claudia's house, and she was like, "Well, my friend Reggie wants to get on," and
Yeah,
Tommy is like, "No, whoever gets on this got to start at ground one."
right,
So now we know that JP knows that Tommy's a drug dealer, and he's trying to get on. And
right,
Tommy's like, "Nah, you ain't getting none of my shit.
right.
Nah, nah, not getting down with this." So, but I think that's going to set it up for him to actually be part of it somewhere down the line. Somewhere down the line, they're going to need him to do something, and he's going to get involved in it. This whole exotic drug situation.
I think so. So why do you think Tommy said no? Well, why do you think that for right now?
Because at the end of the day, I think Tommy wants to respect the nucleus of the situation. I just met you. I to this Till I got here, I never knew I had a brother, a blood brother, and you actually live a green, clean life. Like you continue to do that, and I'll continue to help you. But the brother's like, no, I'm tired of charity. I want to get my own bread. So I think Tommy's gonna come at that crossroad where he's like, you know what? I actually do need this nigga. Let me go get him real quick and get
I
him into
think so
business.
too. I think it's gonna come at a moment he's gonna be like, you still want to get down. I need you and stuff like that. But I'd also think that
Mm-hmm.
I think that part of the reason I think Tommy, because he also met the dad, and the dad was like, yo, I'm not sure about you. If it's Kate's son, I ain't sure. So I think Tommy want to like keep that respect, like, yo, I didn't put your son on, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So, but I think
And see,
something.
this is where I think
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
this is where the club is going to come in. I think the club is going to become a front
Ah,
or the
to
bar, whatever it is.
yeah, it could be. Yeah, you're right. You're right to watch the money or whatever. That could work. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think. So, what you think? I mean, I hate long drawn out storyline. So, do you think the son gonna finally step to JP soon, or come at Tommy about how he know JP, or what do you think will happen with that?
I think it's going to happen within the next episode or two, because I think the episode prior to the last one is where they were him and his boy were at the club. They was about
Yeah,
to shoot it up and shot the
yeah,
light and
yeah,
ran off. And
yeah.
then in the previous one, I don't think there was an encounter with them
Nah,
last
I wasn't
week.
kind of I know
It
that.
wasn't.
Yeah,
But in this one, Jannard, they go follow him and he finds out that there's a connection between white boy Tommy
right,
and who he knows to be his biological father.
right.
So I'm hoping that, like I said, to tie it up and for them to actually connect, I think it's going to happen within the next two episodes.
Do you think it happened with him going to him directly or going through Tommy some kind of way?
Tommy's going to find out first. I'm willing to put money on it.
Okay. All right. That will work. We'll see about
Don't
that.
know how.
Don't know
I
how.
don't know how. But Tommy, because remember, Tommy's in that world. Even
Yeah.
though, and I forget the kid's name, but even
What, that
though
died?
he doesn't really have, no, not the one that died, the one with the locks,
Yeah, the
whose
son. Yeah.
dad is JP,
Yeah, yeah.
his nephew, Tommy's
Yeah.
nephew.
Yeah.
Even though they don't have a strong on-screen connection, they're
Yeah.
still part of the same world. Whereas JP is just the islander on the outside who's related to Tommy. So there's really no drawn-in connection to him and his son yet. So Tommy's going to be that middle intersection somewhere, and I hope we get to see it.
Me too. I would love to see that. I think it's gonna be crazy when this kid. First of all, he got a gay dad and I got a white uncle. This kid all messed up.
And he a game banger with full of locks.
right. With a pure white uncle and a gay dad, it's like what the fuck is shit? Like a lot going on with him. But speaking of businesses, so I said to myself, I said, "Yo, this is the first time I seen Walter outside the house. I didn't know he had a fucking office to go to. Did you? Like that threw me off or whatever. Like
No,
when the feds came,
no.
right? I was like, where's this? I was like, why you know they had a damn business like that? So I guess they do got a legitimate front too, but I guess it makes sense. But I'm like, yo, it definitely was the first time they showed us that as well. How do you think about the dynamic with Walter and Paulie? When Paulie found him and down, and Walter don't want him to say nothing to the kids and stuff like that, as far as him being sick. Or why do you think Walter? Well, Vic knows. Why do you think Walter wants to put it out there to Claudia? By the way, that he's sick.
I can't figure that out. I cannot
Okay.
figure out why he doesn't want Claudia to know. As far as his dynamic with Paulie,
Yeah.
I think in this episode where we learn how they're related, maybe
Yeah.
we got that in
It's his
previous
brother-in-law.
episodes.
Yeah, it's his brother-in-law. Yeah.
His
It's
brother-in-law, right?
yeah.
So I was like, all right, well, Paulie definitely holds an allegiance to Walter.
Hmm.
Now that we know that they're related through marriage, not
Hmm.
necessarily through blood, but through marriage. Which,
Right.
if you're with somebody long enough, it might as well be the same thing.
Right.
But um, in that scene, I think we really get to see Walter's weakness. He's afraid. He's a very scared old dying man with lung cancer.
Yeah.
And Paulie told him in the last episode, you have a problem. You have two kids who are going like this from you.
Right.
Vic wants to do his own thing and be with his own girl and build his own empire. And Walter doesn't know it yet, but Claudia is building her own empire and moving
Slowly,
on.
yeah.
He thinks that she's still doing the books and keeping
Right.
centers in check. But she's been in her exotic drug empire with Tommy on the side. And it's funny how Tommy is the epicenter of both of the Flynn children.
Yeah. And epicenter of the CBR brothers. So it's like Tommy epicenter of all. So
I was like, we get in the middle of all this shit. But, yeah. Walter is a dying man with lung cancer, and he's afraid.
So I get Vic, the moves he's been making with Tommy and Diamond trying to start his own thing, and I realize he really trying to show Gloria he his own man. But I was surprised about the invite to dinner because I'm like, yo, like, even if you want to show off, if Walter don't want her there, that dinner can only go bad. So I'm like, fuck that. We ain't going to this dinner. Like, were you surprised about that too?
I was surprised that he was so adamant about it. I thought he was going to mention it that one time to try to see where his dad was going to be at with it. And then he was like, just make sure there's an extra place setting and walk out. I was like, oh shit.
They're about to have a Power Book 2 dinner.
Right. So, but Walter is very strong and adamant on the fact that Gloria is not welcome. She's not an Irish woman. She's not a white woman. He doesn't want her in the family. And Vic is like, no, that's my girl and I want her. So we're going to see where these these three meet down the road in the next couple of episodes. I don't think it's going to happen. And if it does happen, it's going to be really, really bad. Because Walter does not mind being Walter at all.
I feel like these people, and I get it's the writing and stuff like that, but sometimes I feel like these people break it on themselves, right? Because I feel like, okay, we know Walter is the leader of this family, but not only family, but this whole, mafia family or whatever right now. I feel like he's not allowing it to happen, but he's dying, which Vic does know, right? So if it's me, I wait the nigga out. I sneak and mess with Gloria. Right? Because Walter know where I'm at all the time, and I wait him out. like he gonna die regardless and stuff like that. Like I don't get it. I mean, I get Gloria like on her end, like I shouldn't have to be, but this man runs the Irish mafia. He ain't like the dad down the street. He don't like you. So I feel like I feel like people are like they make too much for themselves. Me personally, I don't ever like that. So Gloria should be like, all right, listen, man, I get it. Pop gonna die soon. You know what I mean? Anyway, so let's do our thing. But I feel like I don't know. That's just not my personal thing. But
see, it's the son wanting permission. Okay, Vic. I think
that's what it is. I think
the way
right.
he is.
Yeah.
He wants his dad before his dad dies to acknowledge it and get approval of it.
Yeah.
And that's why he's pushing so hard for it.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the only way I can imagine it in the writer's mind.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Like you said, he could just wait for the nigga.
He just fell out of this episode.
It's gonna happen soon.
He just fell out and hit his head this episode. Like he died so clearly. Something like that. Like I would just wait to think out. Whatever. I'm like, look, let's give it a couple months. I'm sure it ain't gonna go past that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, anyway. But I think I think he wants to actually say she was approved to be able to have this. I think it might be mentally like a hold on him. And I think for her too, for Vic to show like, okay, he did stand up for me in that particular way. So it could be that. But speaking of females,
Gloria's a shooter too.
Gloria Shooter, yeah. I said, look at her. What now? Okay. And but we do see that Vic does love his son. I mean, not Vic. Walter loves his son because after that shootout, Walter did go to the servers at the restaurant and take them all out one by one and said, "Don't come after my son no more." So, how you feel about Walter doing that?
It was great to see him in that light,
Yeah.
but Walter does not know all of what's already happened.
Right.
So for all that we know, with Jannard going to shoot at the Surge when Tommy was trying to get Liliana, they may have been a little bit of it may have foreshadowed to a little peaceful moment because they weren't coming at them in this episode. You know, a lot of the Surge had died off. They're trying to regroup. So now Walter being Big Bad Daddy, Irish Daddy, going into the restaurant, picking three off out of nowhere, that may have started a whole new fire. So
I got you.
All Vic said was he think it's the Surge were weed and that they were white. Now the only other white character we know, from a viewer standpoint, is Tommy. So it could be the Surge very well. Yeah. But I just think that this is gonna be a good fight next episode.
All right. So back to this episode. And speaking of, to my females earlier, we'll see a new female in this episode. And she winds up sitting in Diamond's booth and they go to town, a couple of times, stuff like that. And never mind, I'm gonna say something on camera. I wait until I get off camera. But they I'll just say for some people who ain't had it in a long time, that might have been like a little bit to watch. I put it like that. But they go to town but she was a very right. But I don't know. How did you feel about her overall? Because I felt like, okay, this is a little weird that she sits in his booth. This happens fast. I get that part, but then she comes back the next day, and then there was the whole. I don't know if it was a text or a phone about him. So, what's your gut feeling about her right now? I'm forgetting her name so far. I'll get it later.
Her name is Adrian.
Adrian, yeah, okay, Adrian. Thank you.
Adrian. But she's up to no good. First of all, she came out of fucking nowhere. She came out of nowhere.
Right.
It was sitting in his booth at the restaurant, and of course they made acquaintances. But then later, the next scene, it was right. It was on a popping. Mm-hmm. But when she was walking down the steps after she walked out, I couldn't figure out if somebody sent that to her.
Right, or she read it herself.
Pull it up on her phone.
Well, let's ask somebody else who might have seen it. Let's bring in my guy, late as usual, Mr. E Money.
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, E.
What's going on, guys?
Man, did I tell you, man? Tell TJ to make sure you're on time, man. What's going on?
She the worst.
I'm coming out there, man. Hey, listen, we were just talking about the new chick, though, bro. The Adrian who pulled up on Diamond inside the restaurant.
Right. You mean the one that he smashed in like a minute?
Yeah.
He didn't think nothing.
So we were just saying, like, did she get a text or did she pull it up herself on her phone? What'd you say about him when she's reading about his history and stuff like that?
See, I don't know. I don't know who sent her. That's what I was trying to figure out. Like, where she come from, who sent her. And she worked them easily. She was in there easily. So
you think it's not legit? You think she's shady too?
Yeah, heck yeah, I think she's shady.
Okay. Yeah. Something ain't right. And then she came back the next day. That's the part that got me. So, I mean,
right. Where did she come from? What did she want? Who could have sent her? What's her motive here?
Right. And for him to be the one with brains.
I don't like how they dropped her in so randomly and gave her 3 strong scenes back to back like that.
Right.
But
let me ask you this, AD. Do you think she wanted the dealers, or you think she a feds? Maybe. What you think?
See, that's what I was thinking. At first, I was like, man, she's feds.
Yeah,
She looks too clean and prissy to be anything else.
I think she feds too.
I
Actually.
think she's Feds. Yeah,
Yeah,
I get a Fed vibe from her.
yeah, I can see that because the other two feds are black too. Actually, right? The ones who came out the Walter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. It could definitely be feds on that, but it's definitely not like. And it's funny because he ain't had none of 15 years. That was easy to manipulate him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
that
And
was
for real,
first.
as long as he been home, he should have been jumping his
Facts.
stuff. Like,
Right? And I'm like, yo, Jannard gave him a crib and money. He should have had a chick waiting for him. Like,
But so Jannard said something in the barbershop. And he said, you know, you got a weak spot for white dudes. What did he mean by that?
I don't know.
oh man, nah. Oh man,
What did he mean by that?
nah. I hope not. Nah.
Well, let's talk about Jannard a little bit in this episode. I think Jannard, man, I told you earlier, I said Jannard know his stuff, man. This episode, he really showing how smart he really
He
is and
is.
stuff
Yeah,
like
he's
that.
smart.
Yeah, he definitely smart. I mean, we saw that he kind of was down with them in the basement, like getting rid of Tommy. And then we saw him and his brother kind of having some good moments of togetherness. And then we saw he was the one who said put 10% in escrow just in case the Serbs come back. We could always break them off and stuff like that. So what'd you feel about Jannard and Michelle in this episode overall? So.
He's redeeming himself. He's shown himself to be worthy of the screen attention. But I think as far as Tommy out from Diamond's eye and pushing himself back into Diamond's worthiness, worthy of Diamond's attention.
Wow.
This was a really good episode for his character. So we're going to see more of the Jannard Diamond show where they're starting to move as the CBI brothers. Now they have a lock on the pipeline.
What do you think, E, about Jannard this episode?
Jannard the one with the spray painted hairline.
Facts.
Right. I don't know. I don't know, man. Jannard, he's smart. He is smart, but his hatred for Tommy, man, I feel like it's gonna mess him up.
Be his downfall, right?
Yeah, you're hating too much. You're worried about the man too much.
Yeah.
Like, geez, get a man a break.
Yeah, I could see that too. For some reason.
You see it, right? I see it.
Do y'all think that at the moment he's okay? As long as his brother is cool with him, we think he's still in the top spot right now. What y'all think?
No, I think he okay right now because he don't seem like he on the same grimy shit he was on when Jeremiah was alive.
Okay, all right. What about that birthday sex? Huh?
Yeah, right.
That's funny. Yeah, I think he's cool for right now. So I don't think he really care about the top spot as long as Tommy ain't around. I feel like that's like his biggest thing. So yeah, it was definitely cool to see the CBI brothers moving together for once. I think it might have showed us that to see how they can be if they were together. But it's also good to hear that backstory that he was only 18 when Diamond went to jail, and he kind of had to take the reins right away and stuff like that. So, and you can see how like he feels like he is old because he was so young and still kept it going, at that particular time. Go ahead.
Just when he asked that dumb question, like, "Oh man, what made you know?" And I said it before he said it. I was like, "Blood, motherfucker,
you blood."
Where the brains at, man?
Right, like where? What other reason, Joker? Like that's crazy. Because you were a little behind on the situation. The whole thing with JP and trying to get in the game with Tommy. We thought about that.
Yo, well, his brother trying to be a hustler. Yo,
yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I was cracking up when he said, "I need to get mine. I need to get my own money." I'm like, yo, he too old school for this, man. And I respect Tommy. He like, yo, not my shit, because he know what he go through. He know he be having to kill people. He be having to do a lot of bullshit he don't be wanting to do. And I can see him not wanting to do that with his brother. But on the other hand, when the son was looking at that shit, I couldn't tell if he was thinking like, nah, man, I ain't about to. Right.
Oh, it hit me on that. Oh.
Yo, that's what I was. I
That's
was like, yo,
crazy.
this why this nigga tweaking like that. Like, nah, I ain't
Because
following.
he was like, what the fuck? You see this?
Right? Yeah, he's like, what the fuck? Like this nigga, you know what I mean? He won too. Like, what the?
Right.
Yo,
right.
so yeah.
He said, take a nickel back, man.
Yeah, he threw that 5 rack. The 5 racks wasn't even touched.
Right. Same rubber band and everything, bro.
Yo, I was crying. Yo, I was like, yo, when he said this, when he did that face, I was like, oh, I know what he thinking. Yo.
Well, let's get into one of the biggest things of the episode,
that.
Michelle. I know, it just hit me. I ain't think that at all, honestly.
Oh,
I thought he was
man.
thinking like, yo, why is he with him? But he just put me on to something right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, E, let me ask you a question. I asked Michelle this because you weren't on.
All right.
Do you think he going to confront his dad or Tommy about his dad first? What do you think he going to do?
And see, after watching that part, I think he's gonna say something to Tommy first.
Okay.
Like, man, what kind of just to like test the waters, see what kind of mess they
So
in.
then he gonna tell Tommy that that's his dad or not?
Nah, I think he's just gonna like come at Tommy like he you know what I mean? Like he a little
yeah.
soft and
I got you.
You know what I mean?
Okay. So Michelle thinks she thinks Tommy finds out that's JP's son before JP does. What do you think?
Well, the way Tommy moved, he could do that. He definitely could. But I feel like he's into a lot of shit right now.
And let's get into that. Let's talk about like some of the best parts of the whole episode, Michelle.
Right.
Claudia and Tommy and their partnership and everything that happened with them, from the partnership, him helping her bury bodies, plural, in this episode, them kidnapping the cook, and just him trying to overall teach her with Liliana as well. How you felt about their relationship and how it's developing, Claudia and Tommy? So.
Claudia has been privileged and a bookkeeper up to now. And her partnership with Tommy is taking her from behind a desk where her dad always kept her into the trenches of really moving weight. So Claudia is getting a bird's eye, and I think that she has the mental capacity to do it because she's calling shots, and
Right.
she got the shit completed and done before Tommy even stepped into the picture. So she has an idea what she's doing, but now she's really seeing on the ground level how to really do the shit with Tommy. So I don't think that she intended to get these two bodies. That was never part of her plan. But at the same time, like Tommy told her, this comes with the job. This is part of the process. So she's gonna learn working with him what is really gonna take to get this exotic drug on top of whatever other partnerships they form really into play within their city. And it's really gonna break her apart from Walter and Vic.
How you felt before go ahead, I'm sorry.
Nah, I was just saying, you know what else I realized too? What she just touched on? I don't think they realize how dangerous their new product is. That boy was a fiend.
Mm-hmm.
Son came, a fiend tried to kill a motherfucker over that shit, like straight up.
That's because he kept calling over and over like a fiend would do. Yeah, I got
right.
You. I got you. Yeah.
So like, just imagine the right person to get strung on that shit. Like, I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure that drug gonna bring some problems.
They slipped it.
Right, all them, everybody going to heaven.
And I wanted to holler at you about that too. E, how you felt about their whole plan and the drugs in the locker, getting the rabbi and the mechanic chick involved. What you felt about that whole situation?
I felt it was risky. It's busy. Like it's real busy and it's open. To me, it looks open. Like it looks like too many people can see what you got going on. Like I know it's not supposed to look all suspicious, but them motherfuckers was all looking suspicious hitting that locker.
Right.
Like, just tell them, hey, I'm right here. I got it.
So is their plan not to know who's selling it? Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Michelle.
To me, it was parallel to
Tariq?
So you know
Okay.
how
yeah.
they were doing the college correct?
Yeah, course
Whatever it's
correct.
called.
Yeah,
Course
course
correct.
correct.
Out of the brick
The brick,
locker,
yeah.
top of the roof.
Uh-huh.
So this was, I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of similar to that. How they put the camera inside. You don't know who's coming, who's going, picking up. But like you just said, it is risky because it is secure. You know, they might not be looking for people all the time to be doing that, but at the same time, enough attention on the same locker and over again by different people is going to raise some questions.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with you on the whole Claudia thing as far as her getting like a first-hand view of what's going on. Now, because you can see like from her the first time they buried the body to the second time she was like, all right. like that.
Right.
It's what it, and I'm like, all right, y'all in the same woods? Like, y'all just spread these bodies out. So,
But
like,
yo, do you think she feeling Tommy? It looked like she feeling Tommy a little bit.
what do you think, Michelle? I'll let you answer that.
It looked like she want to give him some.
Maybe. I don't see that. I see Tommy and Liliana. And I say that because, so remember in original Power series where Tommy would always talk about Holly and he talk about Keisha, oh, they different. He would get this sort of tone in his voice when he talked about a female. He did that in this episode when he was talking about Liliana to Claudia. So I think somewhere down the line, you know, remember he was saying, oh, she different, she honey. You know, she didn't turn on me, she didn't give me up to the serve. So he has a loyalty and pledge a loyalty to Liliana.
To her,
in his mind, she has him. So as far as Claudia, I don't see that coming. First of all, Claudia like pussy anyway.
Yeah.
So
she do, but look how she act around him. Like she what did he say? I knew I was gonna pick you in the first 10 seconds I saw you. And she was like,
But everybody's attracted to power.
He was like, don't get cocky.
I definitely can see it. And speaking of her, man, Liliana, I love what she does in these episodes, man. Like, they really kill her off, man. Like, Liliana's a beast. And the way she came at the mechanic chick or whatever like that. Like, all that junk. So I like that they got her.
My name is motherfucker.
Right. Enough with the chit chat. I gotta go. She killed her with that one.
Right. So I thought that was good. But and then we do see as well, like I said, the feds came after Walter is off, but then again after Paulie seemed like he was straight up this time. Do you think he'll ever turn or no, Michelle?
I don't think Paulie's gonna turn. I don't think so. Like they said, they had 26 years of, you know, criminal information on him. And like you said, Walter will float, and I'm not going to be the one to turn on him. I don't think Paulie will. I think if anything, Paulie is going to be more soft when it comes to the family because Walter is dying and only Vic knows about it.
Right.
That's going to be Walter and Paulie's weakness.
I think they're going to somehow get Paulie, the feds get Paulie's son, the drug addict. And that's going to force his hand.
That's what mom said.
That's what my mom said. What do you think, about that?
I don't know. Because the way he laughed at them feds, like he's basically saying like my boy's a submarine. You can't.
But you don't think about if they get his son, that might make him turn.
He love his son, but I don't think he's gonna turn for his son. Because that's the case, you'd have slapped him up with all that bread and all that muscle you got, and put him in rehab yourself.
You did say that before, yeah.
Right. Remember I said that before. So it's just like I just think that's just a love, like a little soft spot for his son. Like he got a soft spot for him. But I don't think jail or anything. His son's already gone. And
he said that in the last episode. He's like, you still have a chance with your kid. I don't have a chance with mine anymore.
Right.
So I don't think that's going to be the button that they're going to push to get him to talk on Walter.
Okay, because they seem to be like trying to go after him a little bit, you know,
right?
Everything. So, well, all right. Well, let me ask you a question. This is not off topic because we know how Power is, and we got 3 episodes left. So I'm write it down too. Y'all got any death predictions? Who's gonna die in the rest of the season? Stuff like that.
Hell,
and I got a pen right here, so I'm writing it down.
All right. My death predictions is gonna be, woo,
right.
Yo. Another thing, listen. Remember how I was saying Walter need to show some shit?
Yeah. Yeah. You can't say Walter. We know he's gonna die. So
but Walter's showing some shit though.
He is.
You know what I mean? Walter showing a little gangsterism. You know what I mean? That I wasn't expecting him to
Yeah, we
have.
talked about that when you were on screen, but yeah, we went that coffee, whatever that was, that little
Yeah, yo, he caught me off guard with that one.
restaurant.
Yeah, all of it.
He said, "You know what? I'll
She
let
can
her
tell
tell him."
Yeah.
Yo, and then put the joint on the dude that was choking.
And then he drunk some of
Yeah,
the
and drunk somebody's shot. Right?
yeah.
It's that cold, man. He a little cold.
He's a little cold, but you know he still ain't shown what he should have been to been a big
Yeah.
bad. I think still a bigger bad coming. The Serbs are coming. That's why I think Gennard was smart as far as like the Serbs. He know they coming back and stuff like that, but they're gonna be ready and at least had the money, ready for them. But you got any predictions at all, Michelle? Yet?
I have 3.
Okay.
Can I have 3?
Yeah, you got 3. Yeah, write them down. Yeah.
Gloria.
Okay. Gloria.
Gennard.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Liliana.
And Liliana. Wow. So can you explain your 3? Your thoughts on the 3?
I'll start with Gloria. So Gloria, Vic has made it. I mean, not Vic. Walter has made it very, very. He's very adamant in the fact that Gloria is not welcome in this story, and we know Walter will do absolutely anything to keep his bloodline pure, keep Ireland happy, keep his business and his fronts afloat. And to him, Gloria poses that threat by her having a relationship with her son. Now, initially, when they were shooting at Gloria and Vic walking down the street from the bar, I thought maybe Walter did put the hit out. But I'm like, well, nah, he wouldn't do that with his son, with Gloria. He wouldn't do that. So, yeah, that is the Serbs doing that. But I really think that if Walter's hand was pushed, because remember, Vic said, you're going to push my hand. But if Walter's hand is pushed, he will get rid of Gloria. And, he just have to deal with the ramifications with his son. Gennard, I think if it plays out, if it actually develops into a storyline, if Diamond picks back up with Tommy, Gennard's going to get caught in the crossroad between Tommy and Diamond.
Okay.
Liliana is going to be a casualty if Mirkovic comes back.
All right. Okay. All right. E, what's your predictions?
Well, I was thinking she was going to be a victim. Like I definitely was going to put a bullseye on her, but I seen how she handled that gun. Got to pay attention sometimes. She
Gloria? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Gloria? Yeah. She the way she handled that gun makes me think somebody's gonna sleep and think they're gonna be talking crazy to her, and she gonna smile. And that's a body right there that nobody was thinking about. So I'm just trying to really watch who I say is gonna be a body.
Okay. All right. So you don't really know yet. You don't got no idea.
Yeah. I have no idea yet. It's
what about you, Mike?
The sun, balls dropped and all. Yeah.
You know what's crazy is it's really, really tough. I want to say Diamond. I wanted to say Diamond before this week, but this chick done came. I feel like they got a story with this chick.
Yeah,
he might stick around for a while now because of this chick that came in. But before that, Diamond low key, like I know he was supposed to be the boss, but Diamond kind of boring actually. To be honest with you, as far as TV.
Nah, I feel like what he's saying.
I'm way more entertained by Gennard than I am Diamond. You know what I mean? Diamond's like just very vanilla. I'll say it to put it like that.
Well, maybe that's on purpose because
I was thinking that is it because he's smart?
Gennard has the privilege of being free for 15 years. So Diamond is more reserved because he knows the eyes are still on him because he just got out. So he's moving a little more cautiously because of that background. Gennard is like, I ran this shit since I was 18 years again. I got this shit. Anybody come get me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he's operating a little more loudly than Diamond is. So I think that's on purpose.
Okay, that could be true. I was gonna say him. Gennard, I could agree with you on Gennard. He might. I don't think Tommy will kill Gennard because of Diamond, and I don't think Diamond will kill Gennard. But I can't see Gennard getting somehow catching a bullet, trying to hate on Tommy and stuff like that.
Right.
Somewhere on the line and stuff like that.
Jumping in.
Yeah, jumping in. And I know she can handle a gun, but I feel like Michelle makes a great point. I think that at the end of the day, I think that Walter will straight up slaughter Gloria rather than have
Oh
her
yeah, that I believe.
have
But
one of
like
his
I
kids,
said,
stuff like that.
we thinking that, and then
And you know what?
Walter walk his ass over there.
He might send Paulie to do it. To be honest with you,
Right, and then Paulie catch that damn bullet. Then we'll do what we say here. RP. Everybody
Right.
gonna have RP t-shirts and shit.
Yeah. It's gonna be something that can happen. But I'm gonna say I'm gonna throw a curve. I'm gonna say
Pizza.
Paulie. I think Paulie.
You think Paulie?
Yeah, because I think. Well, I'm pretty sure that of course Walter probably go for sure, one way or another. And I think no reason to keep Paulie around if Walter goes. So I feel like
Right.
Paulie
Yeah,
go.
Paulie. Yeah, he's the yes man. You're right. So I think the yes man gonna get smoked.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get smoked
Yeah.
some kind of way.
Right.
He's gonna get smoked. I feel like
like the boy the episode before this when my man was like, yeah, oh this feels good.
Oh
Then he's bow right, like
yeah. That was a great episode too.
that was my favorite one so far for real.
Even more than this one.
Yeah, because I thought the way it jumped off in that last one, I thought it was gonna be crazy like that in this one.
Nah, because they came right in and they cut. As a matter of fact, how you feel about them? We've talked on that. How them cutting Tommy off, cutting Tommy out. The other three.
That's their fault. They stupid. They don't even know. You never bite the hand that feeds you. You pay attention. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you see how easy it was for him to go, okay, go ahead. All right.
Right.
You know why he's saying okay?
Because he had Gloria already.
Exactly.
So
see, they're scared. They never had this much popping off as a group operation. Tommy came in and flustered all their little brains of operations.
Yep.
So now that they see that they can really lose people, but at the same time make big money, I think they're backing away from now, but something is going to make them rejoin again. They're just a little scared.
I think when you look at it, from both sides of it, I feel like that, it seems like, especially because it is Chicago. So when that Elijah was killed and you see this like black funeral, right? I feel like that hits home for like Diamond especially.
Yeah.
And Jannard, because so many deaths are in Chicago. So they're like, yo, we don't want to get involved with nobody that's going to. It's crazy because they're in the drug game, but they want to be safe in the drug game, right?
Right.
So
There's no such thing. Right.
right.
But I did like how Diamond was like, yo, shut up, have some respect. You over here, you talking about Tommy, your man dead, and you over here talking about Tommy.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
out of here.
So that I think when those funerals happen, especially initially, I think black people, because it's all deep reverends and people crying and stuff like that. I think it hit us like, yo, we gotta chill out. You know what I mean? I think this will really hit them a little bit. And then the other one on Vic's side, that was his man that got killed. So I feel like that for him, it's like, yo, this Tommy thing maybe ain't kind of working out the way I see it. And then I think when Vic find out that Claudia fucking with Tommy, she may say, yo, leave him alone. He's bad news and stuff like that. I think Vic's going to find out too, by the way.
Right. But you know,
but she lied to him.
But he gonna find out though. Still,
yeah, he gonna find out. Yeah. But
Yeah.
but what pissed me off was when they were saying, like, when they was all ganging up on Tommy, like, we both lost people on our side. You ain't lose nobody, nigga. He almost did, but you saved her.
Right.
What you talking about? Like,
you was right there, nigga.
Yeah, what you talking about? You know what you did. You could have lost somebody.
And she did. Her finger was broke. She got shot. She almost
right.
died. And she a tough ass chick, I gotta say, yo.
Yeah, she is. She thorough.
She done been fucked up several times. Finger broke, shot up. Like she's still walking around and shit like that. So I gotta give her a cross on that.
Face all cut up.
Face all cut up. Like she's still.
people licking her scars. It's getting ridiculous.
Yeah, somebody said Jannard gave her one more scar to lick on when he shot. When he got shot. He shot her shoulder on purpose to give one more scar to lick on it.
Yeah, let me kiss that one too.
Crazy ass.
Yo, whoever wrote that, yo.
Crazy.
Yo, they crazy, yo. Oh my god.
Right, well, we ain't gotta be here all night. How would you guys rate this episode, man? 1 to 10.
I give it a good solid 8. I give it an 8.
Okay.
Because that
Michelle?
last episode before that got a 9.
Okay.
I would say the same thing at 8. We're moving in the right direction.
We're in the right direction. I definitely, because they got the cook now, so we'll definitely see this whole. And the thing about I think E said it best. That drug turns into the fiends.
Yo.
So once you start to supply them, you got to keep supplying them. So and the thing about it is it's going to get out. New player in
Right.
town. You got a new drug. Walter going to find out, and CBI going to find out. And all roads going to be back to Tommy anyway.
We're all back to Tommy. Like I said, if y'all would have stayed around, and look, this is what he gonna hurt them with. If y'all would have stayed around, y'all would have got your hands in some of it.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all wanted to be weird.
Could be that too. All right. Well, again, thank you guys. This is a quick one. 45 minutes. I don't want to be here all night neither today, but thank you guys. Thank Michelle for being with me from the beginning. Thanks, E, for popping on as usual. And we'll see you guys next week, same time, same channel. On the out in the broadcast.
Peace.